Welcome everyone, it's Evelyn. Take a deep breath. Sending you lots of love and blessings. Hope you guys are all doing well today. Boy, for me, the energy was definitely toxic this morning. A lot of stressful energy for me. So just let it all go. Do your meditation, your salt baths, your walks, all that kind of thing. Get in touch with nature, or just take a nap when you're feeling like that. I'm going to pull a card from Scooby first to help lighten things up. Some very interesting things came up today and last night. All right, so let's first see what Scooby has to say, and then I'll show you the pictures of the reads before I forget. All right, Scooby, what's up? All right, we have the 9 of Clubs reversed. So this is Scooby upright, like cheering himself on, and he may not be feeling so much about that today. This is like the wounded warrior in surrender, right? I give up. All right, so that's what the card that's coming up. But then there's the Joker too, or the Jack, which is just playing with your toys, right? So when you don't feel like this and being your own cheerleader, maybe you just need a break to play with your toys. Perhaps have some ice cream. Perhaps do something physical, like juggling plates. And that's the King of Cups there. The bottom of the deck is someone who loves the way their toes look. Sorry, I didn't sharpen the picture there for you. Okay, so the 8 of Cups is that walking away within. So he's having a pedicure. So exactly. When something's not resonating with you, doesn't feel good, then do something else. Do something light and fun, or something physical to release that stressful energy. Okay, so first of all, last night when I was meditating, I met an Andromedan, and this was a female Andromedan, and she told me her name was Leknik. And that was very interesting. So I just asked her some simple things. I guess we're just still trying to get our energies connected, right? But just about levels of frequency and perhaps why I had experienced certain things this week. But I didn't get a lot of answers last night, so I figured we just need to practice getting our frequency connected, which is so weird because I've never connected with an Andromedan before. And I don't always hear things, and I definitely have been hearing more recently. I told you that when I had my massage where I got a name, but also last night with the Andromedan told me their name was Leknik. And then I was watching a video, which happened to be an Andromedan channeling, and the Andromedan was literally a regular warrior Andromedan saying that they're all in connection with the humans, like they each have their own human to take care of, and they're looking to reach out to us to connect with us. So that was very cool because I had connected with one before I actually watched this. So I looked up a little bit about Andromedan, which is considered the daughter of Cassiopeia. And it's got a few binary stars, and the Beta Andromedan is a red giant star. And the story that Andromeda is known as the chained woman, or the where else was it? Or the fertility goddess, Perseus's wife, or Cepheus's daughter. So Cassiopeia was the queen of Ethiopia and had bragged about her daughter's beauty, that it was more than the sea nymphs, who were blessed with incredible beauty. So the nymphs went to Poseidon to get him to punish with the sea monster Cetus, which then attacked Ethiopia. And Cepheus had to sacrifice his daughter to this monster in order to save Ethiopia. So she was chained to the rock by the sea, but then saved by Perseus, who, there's different stories about how he did this. One was that he used Medusa's head to turn the monster into stone, or he slew the monster with his diamond sword. So they end up marrying and having 7 sons and 2 daughters. After Andromeda's death, Athena placed her in the sky as the constellation in order to honor her. So I was just looking up some other stuff about that, but you can look up information about that. So then I looked up what I heard this Andromedan's name was, Leknik. And the first thing that came up was Lek Nikolsky, which was it's amazing how they guide you to this information. So Lek Nikolsky, this was a corruption scandal called the Rywin affair. And Nikolsky was one of the ministers in the prime minister's cabinet, the chief of his cabinet in charge of the Polish EU membership in Poland. So this was a corruption scandal in Poland, and it had to do with paying off a newspaper, right, so that they would limit their influence regarding radio and TV for $17.5 million. So talk about manipulation. Here's the proof of it, a scandal that was recorded in Poland. So apparently Miknik secretly, so there was 2 here. There was Nikolsky, Lek Nikolsky, which came up when I put Leknik in, but then the other person here was Miknik. So they're all similar. And he was secretly recording the conversation with, so it was Adam Miknik, the editor of Poland's largest newspaper, offering to limit their influence on radio or TV for $17.5 million US. So Miknik secretly recorded the conversation and started an investigation to find out the group and power of this offer. So it's very interesting. So then the next Leknik that came up was none other than, believe it or not, Leknik is the Rothschilds. So that was kind of crazy that the name of this Andromedan was the same sound as Leknik, which was the wife of so Mayer Rothschild. His father was married to Leknik, but his brother was also married to Leknik. They did a lot of inter-family marriages. So Leknik is literally part of the Rothschilds family on the feminine side. So that you don't hear that name, but they're Rothschilds. So that's kind of crazy. So that came up. Sarchen Rothschild was 1751 to 99, and she was married to Mayer's brother, Moses. But the father of Moses and Mayer was also married to a Leknik. And Mayer was the one who had the 5 sons, and he had planted them, all over Europe in order to make his empire. So let's see here. So they started out in a Frankfurt ghetto, the Rothschild family. They started out at a house called number 69. And they often got their names from the house. The house was called Zum Roten Shield. So literally rotten shield, but also comes as, it's also known as rotten rose. And shield, S-C-H-I-L-D, means shield or coat, like a coat of arms. But yeah, that was kind of crazy. So that's where they got the red shield from, the Rothschild, the red coat, as in the coat of arms in Yiddish. So Meir Amschel, he was the 4th son. Yeah, Amschel Moses was the father of Meir, who was the fourth son. Also brother Moses, who was the one who also had married Alechnik. So, let's see here. So Amschel, the father, had died of smallpox in an epidemic in 1755. And some of the information coming up about the Rothschild, one of the sources was New German Biography, but it was in German. So I wrote it down to look it up to see if it was in English. And it's abbreviated as NDB, which also comes up as non-directional beacon radio transmitter with 2 antennas and a loop, which was interesting because that loop stuff was coming up yesterday, used in aviation or marine navigational aid, and does not include inherent directional information like some other aids do. NDB also is New Development Bank, as well as something interesting. NDB stands for Nano Diamond Battery, the self-charging battery, universal long life. Using recycled IL and HL waste, and when fully used, it converts to environmentally friendly byproducts. So you might want to check that out. The ND as in dog, B as in boy, Nano Diamond Battery. So of course, Meir Amschel Rothschild is the most famous one. He's the one who started the empire, although his father was a banker as well. He worked with exchanging money. He was considered part of the Holy Roman Empire in the 1760s. His 5 sons were distributed through London, Paris, Frankfurt, Vienna, and Naples, which elevated the family to noble rank in the Holy Roman Empire and United Kingdom. The original house, built by Isaac, I'm probably not saying the name right, but Elkanan Bacharach in Frankfurt, 1567. And in the 19th century, Rothschilds possessed the largest private fortune in the world, which they say in this article declined over the 20th century, divided amongst various descendants, frequently subject of conspiracy theories, many of which they said here, the writer here said that were from anti-Semitic origins. And then from Psalm 127 was quoted here, like arrows in the hands of a warrior, so are the children of one's youth. And that was a quote from the Rothschilds. Their coat of arms was a clenched fist with Concordia, Integritas, and Industria, which is unity, integrity, and industry. But this writer, Paul Johnson, was saying the Rothschilds are elusive. There is no book about them that is both revealing and accurate. It's easy to see the lies, but it's impossible to find the truth. Their new international bank was impervious to local attacks. They were beyond reach of the mob and almost beyond the reach of the greedy monarchs. And then there was, there's differing opinions on which ones were the most successful. He was saying that Nathan Meir was really successful, but then another writer was arguing that the other brothers were more equally or more successful. So James Rothschild was in Paris, Nathan was in London, Carl was in Naples, and Amschel in Frankfurt. So they kept everything in the family. That way they could keep all their secrets. So Meir successfully kept their fortune in the family by carefully arranged marriages between first or second cousins. And by the 19th century, however, almost all had started to marry outside the family into aristocracy or other financial dynasties. So, so there's a lot. I wrote down a lot of information about the family. Rothschilds is one of the controllers of the East India Company too, which is a big thing because it's it's a big power in England. And James was one of the leaders of Zionism, and it was interesting because some of the families helped to make Israel a state, but others actually were against it within the same family. This was interesting too. So, you know, once they got so much power in all the European countries, they built close relationships. So the Naples branch closed early 19th century because there was a decline in Italian aristocracy. However, they then built close relations with the Holy See at the Vatican, and Pope Gregory the 16th was seen meeting Karl to arrange a loan to the Holy See, which back then was 400,000 lira, worth now, I don't know if that's what the amounts. It's not the US dollars. Maybe it's lira, or I don't think it was a euro symbol. But now they were saying worth 43 million in 2014. Anyway, someone saw them with the loan exchange, and he were very shocked that he wasn't required to kiss the Pope's feet, which everyone were, including aristocracy. The Rothschilds were considered the guardians of the papal treasure. One of the quotes from Benjamin Rothschild in Switzerland said that I spoke once to Netanyahu, but I am not in contact with politicians. So anyway, their public life, they didn't want to be associated with politicians, although they very much controlled the politicians. Okay, so they started, it was very interesting with the names here. So as far back as it went to, let's see here, in 1241, 3/4 of the Jews were massacred in the Battle of the Jews. So this was before. And then Elkanan, it was Zur Roten Rose, or Roten Rose, Roten, and then Rose, which was literally it's funny how it went to Rothschild, but here it was Rotten Rose, which literally means a rotten rose. So rotten also means, it means a root, but it also means decomposed, toxic, spoiled, to die, old, rusty, more sinful, gangrenous, necrotic. Also means to shape or to sell. And also to ret, R-E-T, which means to soak in water, to plump it up, I guess, or to prepare it for something else. So that's the R-O-T-E-N. And then rose, of course, is a flower, and also can reference the colors of that flower, and also the past tense of rise, so they rose to power. So, but it's literally was Zur Rotten Rose. Also called themselves Bauer, B-A-U-E-R, which I find very interesting. So Elkanan Zur Rotten Rose, and also Elkanan Bauer. He went by both. And Bauer just means farmer, so that might have been very common back then. But then I wondered, was there a split of the Bauer Christianity from this Jewish family back then? Because they were in a Jewish, labor camp area. This was in Frankfurt, Germany. And this first one was 1496 to 1550. And then there was Isaac Elkanan Bacharach Zum Han, which is so funny because Han comes up all the time in our reads. And then Zum ROT dot shield. So now they're changing it slightly. So now it's coming up more as the red shield, also known as Isaac Bauer. So again, still using that name Bauer. 1528 to 1588, so the B-A-U-E-R. The next generation was Moses Isaac Rothschild, who also went by Moshe Rothschild, or Mosey Zum Rothschild, so R-O-T and then the S-C-H-I-L-D, 1560 to 1635. Then Hertz Moses Rothschild, and then Kalman Hertz. So Kalman Hertz was 1635 to 707, and had 2 wives. And his son Zalman, or Solomon, also went by Moses Bauer. And they were all bankers. And then Kalman Hertz Rothschild went to Moses Kalman Rothschild. And he was the one who married another. He married the Lechnik. But again, Moses Kalman Rothschild also went by Moses Bauer. And Moshe Ben Kalman, or Moshe R, aka Bauer, married Alechnik. And then Moses Kalman had Amschel Moses Rothschild, which married Alechnik, and then Meyer, which is the one who had the 5 sons that got distributed all around Europe and built his empire. So they came from the house number 69, which bore the sign of the green shield. So it was originally green. I'm not going to say this right, Grunen shield. The house was restored in 1886, but not in the original location, but it's still owned by them. The earliest members or the records of the family there was from 1550, even though we went back further with this list here. Members of the same family are mentioned at Worms, W-O-R-M-S, in the 17th century. Mendel Rothschild was a rabbi of the Worms for 14 years there, which Mendel was interesting because my grandmother was a Mendelbaum. So it's very interesting, the names that are coming up here. So I looked up Lechnik again to see if there were any other spellings besides the name Lechnek, and that's when I came up with Lechnek, literally L-E-C with a little I don't know what it's called, like a soft vowel symbol. So L-E-C-N-I-K, which is Serbo-Croatian. It means doctor or physician. Very interesting. And even if with Lechnik or Lechny, that means summer or lukewarm. And also there is a city similar to Lechnik. Where is it? That I believe was in Croatia as well. Yeah, Lekenik is a municipality in Croatia. And also there's it's not said exact, Lichnik. It was said a little bit differently. It has L-I-C-Z-N-I-K, and that's a meter, counter, numerator, speedometer, or odometer, which I thought would have been cool because they were all bankers in the Rothschilds family. So I cut for the read, after I was researching that, I cut the read at 8:16 this morning to 18, the SIRIAN Starseed deck, which is the main deck for this 7-deck read that I do. At 11:42, after I came back from doing all that investigation, I was clarifying the cards and the words were getting covered, and lection came up again. So that came up, action, and now lection came up. So again, the election stuff coming up, along with surrender and rebirth. 11:42, which is justice and the 2 of cups, seeing eye to eye. At 11:44, which is justice and the 4 of cups, the mastering, grounding, and integrating of love, I was getting a lot of that stressful energy from just researching the Rothschild stuff, was bringing a lot of toxic energy in. So I finished clarifying at 11:57, which is justice and the 3 of swords. And the major arcana were abundance, which is like the Empress, strength, tower, karma, which is like judgment, and reflection, which is the hermit. Before the read, we had transition and starseed, which is death and the fool. We had 1 pentacle, 1 cup, and 4 swords. And the court cards were Page of Pentacles, King of Swords, Queen of Swords, and then after the read, the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles both came up. The numbers in the code line were all about rebirth and surrender. And we had, the main numbers were 56 and 10, that was it. But in a lesser sense, 77, which is the sovereign, came up, the 9 of Pentacles. And then 35, the 8 of Wands. 56 is the 2 of Swords. And then also 67, which is the Knight of Pentacles. 79, the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. And then 9, 10 begin again and again and again. And that's about coming back to 0 point. You know, when you expand and you may get triggered, you come back to center. So regarding rebirth and surrender, the code line was all about the number 11 from 6 and 5. But there's potentially another 10 in there too, so it could be 21. But either way, it's justice and the world, which makes sense that they would both come up. And the code line was about the southeast was coming up. to see the key of the phi expansion and contraction, of the 6, which is the number of community, family, love, but the lovers as well, and the Sophia 9, which is the collective divine feminine consciousness, which also brings up the SAG here, SAG, but the C was accentuated for the G because it was partially covered. So again, I put that up as a tag once regarding the Christo Sophia. So the Christ Sophia God, or creator energy, and the moral man toggling up to connect with them, to give over any grievances you have. Okay, so it's the grieving card to the nth degree, and literally saying to toggle up and give up your whatever your issues are to God. Also, the table header was coming up since Thanksgiving's coming up. So the moral man toggles up to God with any grievances, or to the table header. Whoever's at the head of the table gets to decide whether you get to talk about that or not. SE was also coming up as the Company C Limited, SEA Limited, and also Sweden. It also has multiple other meanings. So the Florida Keys were also coming up, so I looked up the keys, and there was the hurricane, of course. A warning in place for the Florida coast as ETA re-strengthens after making a landfall in Cuba. So ETA is the name of the storm, and that's the 7th letter, or the H, which also means 100, and it's also, in our system, the number 8. Now, this storm is the 28th storm. I think it tied for the record of most storms in any season since 2005 or something like that. And it was rated Category 1 in Central America on November 1st, but I don't think it was that strong today when I looked it up. But it's definitely a warning coming in with the hurricane in the Keys. So one law, each other, to be, to know, to understand, and see with your eyes, see with your emotions, or the ocean, and the letter C of the unity consciousness, the Christ consciousness, the Father, the Son, and the Uncle, the dog, the flower, and the clouds. Notice the brilliance of the leaves today. See the key in the lovers, the Sophia 9, the collective consciousness of the divine feminine, the Christ Sophia creator, and the moral man giving up his grievances to the man, the head of the table, in rebirth and surrender. So we start here with the Page of Pentacles upright. All right, so the Page of Pentacles upright here is the top card, the underlying energy, and then the clarifiers on top. And beneath the Page of Pentacles reversed was the 7 of Pentacles upright, the 3 of Swords reversed, Transition, or the Death card upright, and Starseed, or the Fool upright, in rebirth and surrender. The Page of Pentacles, very much a good student, or perhaps an earth child, could be a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. It can be an opportunity, an invitation, perhaps researching, or just curiosity about something. After the divine feminine's heart has been healing, forgiving the transition, the death, the Scorpio, the ending and new beginning, which is a rebirth. With a big drop in a rebirth of the Page of Pentacles, learning their new abilities, their curiosity aroused or piqued at 12:35, which is the Hangman, and the 9 of Wands, the Wounded Warrior. At night, the King of Swords reversed, perhaps with shady energy, unclear, or Cancer King of Swords reversed, or two different people. Or a child may be gloating to their parent, the King of Swords reversed, about the announcement to the Queen of Wands Aries, or by the Queen of Wands Aries. Or the Queen of Wands upright doesn't understand why the King of Swords reversed feels free to leap, to sing and be joyful, perhaps after he didn't get his way. Maybe he voted for someone other than her. So why is he so joyful? The Scorpio coming up upright, as well as Aries and Cancer and Aquarius, all upright here, juggling, performing, or seen as a clown, receiving an offer of time, money, or effort. And there could be bribes coming up too, especially since I brought that up. Something else came up after I did this read about bribes. So, seen as a clown, receiving an offer of time, money, or effort, or a new life by the Wounded Warrior Scrooge, or Leo, or the Wounded Warrior is keeping what's left of their money or whatever their stuff is, left away from the Leo or nursemaid of the Knight of Swords and the Five of Swords enemy or the attack dogs, sticking them on the Page of Pentacles or trying to keep them pacified, petting them away from the Page of Pentacles, especially if they're a child. There could be someone here folding the laundry, a maid, Leo or Amish woman, holding their tongue post-war, keeping to themselves what she really thinks. The beast is with their tail between their legs, where lines are blurred in division of labor. Air energy may be lashing out or holding their tongue, or both, while Leo stays calm, or Leo is the lion taming, or the lion tamer, making them feel better. The dogs that were off the hook now reined in, or Leo keeping attackers away from the child with opinions and curiosity. Let them be. So even if you don't agree with them, let them be. They're a child. They're curious. Unstable house or home, moving or visiting only, ending a marriage or returning home, the fallen angel or impatient Sagittarius, offering time, money, and effort or a new life by coming clean, getting clean, or cleaning up their act or space. Or perhaps an unstable Sagittarius, or perhaps offering a bribe or a fallen one, paying people to be sneaky or underhanded after illegal or immoral things already done, or willing to pay big for cheaters and thieves to come out about what they did already. If losing patience, the key is to stay on path. Hedge your bets. Omega comes up here, the numbers 24 and 28, to put money into yourself to clean up your act or your home space. So Omega also comes up as the end, angular velocity, and underlying value or price. It also can mean sexually submissive gender or sex driven by biology, magic, or other means to bond with an alpha with males of this type often being able to get pregnant. So that was very interesting. Calling in your soulmate came up here, and then beneath that was it is safe for you to love for the twins. The King of Cups is upright here with the Seven of Pentacles upright, reaping rewards of the divine feminine's heart, leaning on the truth, perhaps on their right elbow, or betrayed by the King of Cups having sex in the chair with one of low vibration, while she feels the energies between them, perhaps 11 to 12 this morning, or the King of Cups destined with 3 females, one to gloat or look at themselves in the mirror a lot, one to understand or intellectualize and learn, and one to be depressed, or one child with a boyfriend, and the others are envious of all the attention she gets. Leadership comes up here, number 81, which is the end of karma, with the King of Wands reversed, perhaps sick and tired and or angry, perhaps stepping down, or a tyrannical leader at 111, which is the Magician and Justice. At 113, which again is the Magician and the Death card, or transition, transformation, or ending, dependent or powerless with loss of money, power, or independence, or a single person who made a big purchase, perhaps working to align and get their ducks in a row, or be more creative about foolish behavior, or having fallen on their face, or from grace, not having faith with the Hermit on top, which can also be any kind of professional, wise counsel, or Virgo energy, or perhaps a grandparent, shedding light on foolish acts and foolish spending of Aries reversed and Virgo doing all the work, deception behind the one in the spotlight, bringing in the good news, leading the way in the merry-go-round, with the Queen of Cups reversed, deception and or manipulation could trip them up at any second. Aries reversed, Virgo upright, and Cancer reversed here. While he's dealing with the masses and shadows, the Queen of Cups reversed is crabby and in charge, or keeping the wolves at bay, or from howling. Or he gets all the glory while she gets to do the dirty work. The Queen of Cups reversed and the Page of Pentacles upright, post-war, perhaps apologies are needed, and cleaning up the act, or post-war cleanup in general, destined female leadership behind the King of Wands reversed leader. Looks like there's an issue between the two of them, the King of Wands reversed and the Queen of Cups reversed. The King of Swords upright stands alone. It's like the cheese stands alone. The King of Swords, and that can be an air sign. That could be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. The King of Pentacles upright with the Page of Wands upright and the Page of Cups reversed, kids, or the King of Pentacles is inspired by rejection and love, or the King of Pentacles is a speaker in charge of the children or supporting the children, or the King of Swords at 128, which is the Magician and the Two of Wands, the twin flames, or the choice of path. Recently here for the twins is the Ten of Swords upright. In a painful ending or ending pain, betrayal after the whole truth given by the Queen of Cups reversed to the Hermit to expand upon, with the whole world behind them, or the sealed divine feminine and their shadow wave, or Pisces upright and Capricorn upright, without option but to receive big love from the Page of Swords on behalf of the Empress reversed, who may be offering love to butter you up. So this could be a manipulation like a Trojan horse. I'm going to give you lots of love, and then I'm going to get you. So it's like it was an offer of love to butter you up, and this can easily be your grandparent, who maybe is difficult at times, or your parent, offering love to butter you up and then knock you off guard, and then take a swing, the Trojan horse. Or the Empress reverse could be someone who's sick or injured, a mother, aunt, grandmother, or boss who's in lack, bossy, or just dark. Perhaps they're inspired to awaken right now, sending a message of love that may not be received well by the devil or Capricorn and his running mate. Or watch out for the femme fatale coming off one way, but the devil inside. Or closure here between the Hermit upright and Capricorn, perhaps around the world, and that could be Virgo and Capricorn, or they're a world apart, and the Empress reversed is sending their love. Ending a battle, a conflict, or competition, depressed, healing, the Ten of Cups reversed, unhappy family, or the end to an emotional cycle, which is just way overdone, with the Queen of Cups reversed, perhaps Virgo, Pisces, and Capricorn waving goodbye to the Queen of Cups reversed, or perhaps hello to the Queen of Cups reversed and the Empress reversed. On either end, perhaps one is coming in to replace the other at 144, the 144,000, or the Queen of Cups reversed is leaving because of a new opportunity that she has. Or there's two Queen of Cups reversed, both reversed, perhaps twins, or two timelines playing out for her. But again, this is 144. The foundation here is strength, courage, Leo, or ego, chomping at the bit through the ring of fire, dumping a load, a burden, or responsibilities, or confessing to the justice system, to a judge, divorce, or Libra, with or about the Page of Pentacles, child, or opportunity, or perhaps research. Depressed about an imbalance, a debt, or inequity of the Ten of Pentacles reversed, family, business, or community, dysfunction, or loss of money, or misuse of wealth on a Page of Pentacles, child, perhaps. Or Aquarius reversed, dumping everything to pay out family in a divorce, or inheritance distribution according to instructions. Perhaps they hadn't done that before. They were trying to get away with something. Perhaps only only 6 Pentacles went to Libra, adult, while 10 Pentacles going to the Page of Pentacles, child. Or one is trying to scam the other by putting money under the Page of Pentacles name or their college fund. The Page of Pentacles is strong, or with fire sign, justice, and or Libra on their side, and the central energy here at the heart of the matter is lack. The Abundance card reversed, the Empress reversed. In lack, or the Empress speaking to the Page of Wands and Page of Swords on her deathbed about their ideas, or the awakening and ego and meditation, prayer perhaps, or inheritance. So this could be a grandmother speaking to the grandchildren. She may or may not be on her deathbed. She may just be sick, or maybe temporary illness or injury that she's recovering from. But it looks like someone was talking to their grandchildren on their deathbed what they wanted them to know. Hermit shedding light on awakening, and or Capricorn reversed, Pisces reversed, or Taurus reversed, and the Page of Wands inspired by awakening or meditation or laying things to rest, with the Queen of Cups reversed and the Six of Cups reversed, which can be a negative past or a negative childhood or your own difficult children. and or losing their affection, or the Queen of Cups reversed and kids and unhappy family, or it's just taking so long to end this emotional cycle and someone is very sad or regretful for not having let go of the past sooner than this. The challenge being here is the Five of Cups, the loss, the regret, the grief, unable to look them in the face. The grounding and integrating the destined love and holding their tongue between the Knight of Cups reversed and the Knight of Swords reversed, which can be someone who's jealous or feeling rejected or insincere, and then the Knight of Swords can be someone holding their tongue or could be very verbally abusive and attacking. So they could be seeing synchronicities and or choices for the Page of Cups and the Knight of Cups both reversed, or kids are chasing them away, the synchronicities, or lashing out because they don't like seeing them. The Empress reversed may be suffering in silence, knowing and keeping to themselves, perhaps keeping things from a Libra, or knowing Libra, Virgo, destined, or Gemini, or twins here. The Queen of Cups reversed and the Ten of Cups reversed, so the Queen of Cups and her family or her unhappiness, a lack of fulfillment, healing and offering the truth to those who are wise and alone around the world, tempted by the shadow and depressed without option after receiving love, perhaps from a dark mother. Libra upright, Virgo upright, and Gemini upright. And lots of water here, reversed. The Empress reversed, suffering in silence, stressed or purging or purifying, or High Priestess without option, in secret, psychic abilities, or Pisces, Virgo, or Libra, awakening, or with lots of ideas and receiving big love in coming clean or cleaning up the act. The Emperor's upright, the Hierophant's reversed, feeling guilty, not having offered love, and slinking away. Aries upright, Taurus reversed, or Emperor divorced or broke away from religion or establishment, or rejected, insincere or jealous, and broken or broke down, up, through, or in, with secret code that's not understood, or Cancer reversed, secret frustration, unable to understand. At 217 is the High Priestess and the Seven of Cups, which can be the synchronicities, or the Emperor here, Libra, Taurus, seeing synchronicities, and the kids are unhappy seeing them with their father, or the Page of Cups reversed and the Knight of Cups reversed are both feeling rejected, with the Emperor offering love to the Dark Priestess and rejecting Cancer reversed, or jealous of being stuck or broke or broken, while the High Priestess or secret is not aroused or feeling negative energies. Pisces upright, Capricorn upright, Aries upright, and Taurus reversed, Cancer reversed, all here. Now in the crowning position here is the Tower, upright, with a sudden event or epiphany out of your control, as the Knight of Wands is rushing back passionately away from the King of Cups, ending pain or getting massaged. The Knight of Pentacles moving back, but the scene is too crazy to just leave without looking first. You know, it looks like going by an accident, you just have to look. But he looks like he's going back, but he's looking forward. So he just had to look with this world upside down, or the Knight of Pentacles almost done the cycle with the Ten of Pentacles, wealthy family, business, or community. And the Queen of Cups reversed, healing and forgiving, reaping rewards of the state of emergency, perhaps stuck and blocked, or with a car with issues, or traveling or moving issues, but perhaps fine with being still. The Six of Cups reversed, again, this negative past, or the past returning, or children being difficult, perhaps secretly unhappy, Pisces and or Scorpio kids perhaps, or co-workers, younger, with the Divine Masculine being judged or called out along with his son or his inner child. Things not working as planned in a losing battle, the Emperor may be shocked or blown away by Sovereign offering love and energetic exchange, expressing their feelings and desires, to the Hierophant reversed, or spiritual community, or Taurus reversed, or fending off false affection or unwanted advances. And the Knight of Pentacles upright may be a Taurus, or the Knight of Pentacles walking away from a Taurus reversed, offering love despite their grief of the Page of Pentacles perfect child, which can be Virgo or Gemini here, hurting themselves, being insecure and or manipulative, or perhaps just doesn't have the tools to deal with their situation, feeling frustrated, with the King of Pentacles upright and the King of Swords upright, Virgo upright, Gemini reversed, and Cancer reversed here. Perhaps Pisces upright as well. Perhaps the Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles, both upright kids, are teaming up, not understanding that the King of Pentacles is upright and the Queen of Swords is upright, or the Knight of Pentacles is the inner child of the King of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles is the inner child of the Queen of Swords upright. So if they're kids, the Page and Knight of Pentacles, actually the whole Pentacles family is upright. King, Queen, Knight, Page, and the Nine of Pentacles, they're all upright. So they're all apart from each other. They're all like separate and independent, but they're doing very well financially or in their stability. But the cups are reversed. So only the King of Cups was upright today. The Page, Knight, and the Queen are all reversed. So the Queen of Swords, so she or both, the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords, could both have Virgo in their chart. But the King of Pentacles here also may have Sagittarius in their chart. Soon the King of Swords reversed is walking away from the Knight of Swords reversed, defending the Knight and Page of Cups both reversed, and the King of Swords, wounded warrior, feeling wounded by the kids, about journeying on without peace to the Queen of Pentacles, third party, or the one with no social life, or distance from the King of Pentacles in the wake of the Knight of Pentacles standing up to the Queen of Pentacles with no peace in the journey. So again, this could be children standing up to their parents about their ideas. Both may be right, but unable to come together, or negative influences are between them, or Scorpio is mediating and then walking away. Perhaps loving families with uncomfortable energies around political issues, kids pushing away from their parents, or parents hurt by kids' harsh words. The twin flames are seeing themselves as the Six of Swords reversed, perhaps without peace or a peaceful place to go, stuck in their head and present to the release from prison and or anxiety, and the Queen of Swords speaking to places of co-creation that are in discord or not seeing eye to eye. At 326, which is the Empress and the Page of Wands, engagement comes up, and beneath that was express your love. So go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Around the twin flames are how they are seen as the Queen of Swords upright, pulling the truth trigger. Drained, sick, overexposed, or burned, or kids or Leo reversed out of control, standing up for themselves, or defending the weak, the sick, the vulnerable, and the children in general, while the Divine Masculine feeling injured or left behind, the High Priestess secret, Pisces, Virgo, or Divine Feminine standing strong. The Divine Masculine King of Swords reversed stuck in his thoughts, the Divine Feminine perhaps able to stabilize her heart, because he's too much in her head right now. The Feminine then stabilizes both of them by going back into her heart. The challenge being karma and opening up the crown, perhaps judgment or Aquarius, and death, dark night, ending, transition, portal, and the rebirth of Scorpio or Scorpio season that we're in right now. This may be feeling dissatisfying or really intense energies, because Scorpio is really intense and deep. So it can be deep and dark, because Scorpios are very comfortable with that. Or you may be feeling unhappy with self, not getting your wish post-war, perhaps a need for apologies and opening up of your crown more. So surrender comes up, rebirth, and even more so, self-discipline. Make sure you have a spiritual discipline every day to keep yourself clear and in a positive energy. Perhaps a surprise for an all business couple that's not working, or performance shocks those who are watching. Hermit with light on shocking or sudden events, the Queen of Swords grounding and saving and holding on, being moderate, with two underfoot perhaps, and juggling two up in the air. The Queen of Swords may be a Virgo and or Cancer reversed, and whenever it's reversed, it could be like significant in their chart, just not the rising sign. Not the sun sign. It could be moon or rising or significant in the chart, but not particularly the sun sign. Or Hermit upright, Queen of Swords upright, with the Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups, and the Chariot reversed on the warpath, and the High Priestess secret, not accepting an offer of passion, growth, or creativity, or just not aroused, or doesn't think the situation's funny, or feeling the energy of all the masses. So any of the empaths out there, you guys are probably feeling some really intense energies today. Virgo upright, Cancer reversed, Pisces upright here. Or the Queen of Swords Aquarius, perhaps Viking princess, perhaps left the divine masculine behind with along with the unhappy kids. The King of Swords reversed and the King of Wands reversed and the Queen of Cups reversed, not doing well today. Perhaps the King of Wands reversed is a Leo or Sag. The King of Swords reversed, probably an Aquarius or Gemini, and then the Queen of Cups, most likely a Cancer. So the Hermit being practical and perhaps doing the daily grind. Virgo and Capricorn overall doing well, but Taurus, Sun, is struggling. Earth may be very stable and grounded, but distanced from independent family. The Knight of Wands with a slow burn, perhaps coming back to the King of Pentacles, Virgo, to come clean about the Knight of Pentacles proposing and not getting their wish, with Leo on top, or just being strong, but doesn't like being alone. Or kids, the Knight of Wands and Knight of Pentacles, both coming clean with each other, and or the King of Pentacles, and or Hermit, and or the Queen of Swords, or they're all coming together, the King of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles, along with Hermit shedding light, or family counseling or mediator, or to review what hasn't been working at work, or reviewing things with an old man, giving wise advice. Meanwhile, Leo had to stay home to take care of the animals, perhaps, and is unhappy to be left alone, but being strong, or playing nursemaid to the King of Wands reversed, Leo. And that could be, a parent who's ill or not doing well, or a grandparent. So the divine at 358, which is the Empress and the Four of Swords, connecting in 5D, the divine feminine's heart in the E tower, 5D tower, healing with Scorpio, or during the time of Scorpio, and or Aries, or transition to a fresh start with the Page of Pentacles, child, student, or opportunity of a new project, a job, or a start, and being strong without peace with the Queen of Swords upright, betrayal, painful ending or ending pain, and the Empress reversed, sick, injured, or in lack, and challenged by grieving King of Swords reversed, perhaps an Aquarius, or the King of Swords reversed, karma, judgment, or wake-up call, an announcement or crown opening suddenly or explosively, or having an epiphany of the Hermit with the light, and the Knight of Wands holding back their downloads, the Knight of Pentacles upright, dissatisfied and being strong despite not getting their wish. The Page of Pentacles feeling betrayed or hurt by the Queen of Cups reversed, or vice versa. Strong having courage, or Leo, Empress reversed, suddenly grieving, exploding, or has an epiphany about loss, regret, and the past. Stuck without peaceful thoughts, the King of Swords reversed and the Queen of Wands upright open up a bit to seek advice, perhaps professional counsel, or Virgo with light, or perhaps a Virgo with light, as I'm choking, busy, passionately receiving epiphanies and proposing them, even if they're dissatisfied or dissatisfying, and end up alone, being strong. All right, so I'm going to pull a card from the energy deck, see what comes up. What time is it? It's 53:25, and that's the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands. Okay, there's a lot of pairing up of kids or younger people here today. They don't have to be your kids. They could just be younger people that you're working with or dealing with for some reason. Okay, so for everybody watching, the best and highest good of all those concerned, what do we need to know? What do we need to learn? And let's clear all negative energies from all chakra layers, auric layers, grounding and galactic cords across all dimensions of time, space, matter, and realities for the highest good of all those concerned, and fill that empty space with only beautiful divine love and diamond crystalline light, and so it is. All right, so take a deep breath. All right, what is our takeaway from this read? Ooh, I'm starting to sweat a lot. A lot of masculine energy for me when that happens. I'm holding the deck upside down, so they're all reversed. So the first chakra, Archangel Michael, is 35, which is the wounded warrior. So it's talking about really focusing on your safety and stability and staying grounded. I didn't show you. Whoop, sorry about that. don't think, did I show you the pictures already? I don't think I did. Sorry, I meant to. So that's the read. If I did show you already, I'm showing you again. My memory is terrible. Okay. So the bottom of the deck is the man holding a heart. All right. So this could be a masculine energy, grieving, any kind of regret, loss, or the past. 45 is that card. And beneath him is the door to value. So after figuring out what's valuable to him with 31, expanding, perhaps growing up somewhat, perhaps emotionally, allowing himself to feel his feelings and deal with his heart. And then we have this coming out, the safety and stability issue, and the need to fight for his safety and stability. And then we have adjacent possibilities here with the number 24, which is the Queen of Wands. Okay, and then this is Wands too, so that could very much also represent the King of Wands, since he was reversed today, so not, you know, feeling like that wounded warrior. And then here is the Queen of Wands, and a message that did come up in the read today was someone perhaps leaving the father and the kids behind, and this could be someone who's got a new opportunity to go finally to make their dreams come true. So that could be happening as well. All right, so. And here's two kids too. So it definitely could be leaving two kids behind. This is the Queen of Cups, the 38. 41 is the Ace of Cups. Okay. It could also be children going off and doing their thing, you know, going off to college or whatever it is. The next card after that is deceit. So there's definitely still some deceit energy around here. And I'm sweating like crazy right now. I'm going to pull again from the Journey of Love. Let's see what we have here. Just keep your energy as positive as you can. Know that everything is fine. Ground yourself. You know, do a good meditation. Find someone online who's in a group meditation that you like. All right, so what is our takeaway for this read today? All right, well, two cards came up. And the bottom is the Christ flame, and this really has the energy of the crucifixion. Okay, and that's 31, which is the expansion. And that's the rebirthing of Christ. So that's definitely been coming up today. Dance of the Planets is underneath that. And this is the card that always reminds me of Linda. This came up for me when Linda McCartney was channeling through. Of her, this looks so much like her and Paul, because she used to wear these big, you know, long, like vest, not a sweater vest, but like a longer coat kind of vest. And this profile so much reminds me of her and then Paul, and it looks like it's on a record, which is really cool. But that's coming up, the Dance of the Planets. 56 is the Two of Swords, being in your knowing. And then we have the Christ flame of the 31, the expansion, the conflict, the competition, the pursuit of happiness, right? The quest for the impossible dream. The cards that came out for you guys is Within Nothing There Is Everything, number 2, which came up yesterday, but we didn't read this one. So that's like, looks like an ultrasound of a uterus. And then we have the Ancient Ones, 52, of the Queen of Swords, the High Priestess and the Queen of Swords. So again, it's very much about staying in the feminine energy, allowing all the light to come in. And you see, as you have all your guides right here, there's 3 very tall beings here, and then the feminine absorbing all of the light from the sun. And then here's like the uterus, the ultrasound of the birthing process. So let's see what they both say. Within nothing, there's everything. Number 2. From a point of stillness, a moment, a complete universe is opening up to you, endlessly expanding. Your every thought and intention sends ripples of consciousness through the universe. What a creative being you are. You're sending consciousness into motion, bringing your creation into being. With every inner desire, with every whispered wish, the universe receives your yearning and aspirations with open arms, returning them to you as manifestation in your life. What is really in your heart? Open your arms, sigh, speak your truth aloud to the loving universe and receive it as your destiny manifesting now. This oracle brings a message to you. Something that you want is on its way to you. It may seem to be coming out of nowhere, no sign on the horizon to give you hope, yet it is coming to you anyway. It is spiritual law that you cannot be denied the manifestation of your heart's desire. Trust and remain open to the tide of universal love rushing toward you, swelling within you now. The wind moves gently through the trees, quiet water flows, life's song calls softly. That's a beautiful message. All right, so that was within nothing, there's everything. You may have manifested it, but you're not seeing it, so you're not trusting it. And that's the whole thing about faith and patience. We're really being taught the true meaning of patience, that patience isn't a day or a month or sometimes even years, right? Which we've all experienced at this point. So the second card is 52, the Ancient Ones. All right, so again, the Ancient Ones. And like the 3 wise, but actually there's 4 of them there, not 3. Is there more than 4? Yeah, there's more than that. Maybe 5 or 6. There's like a whole row of them. Yeah, there's lots of them there. I don't know how many. But the 52 is the Queen of Swords. So this one says, your spiritual growth is now acknowledged and witnessed by the heavenly ones that see beyond time and space into the reality of your soul. Do not lose heart if your spirituality is not fully acknowledged, understood, or appreciated by those around you in the physical world as yet. Though they may love you, it is most likely that their vision is still bound by time and space, and they cannot see into the very real gains that you've made in the subtle worlds, where all true spiritual growth begins. So, the Ancient Ones reach out to you now and bring this message. We see you, beloved. We honor your growth. It is real, it is palpable, and soon it will manifest fully in the physical world I'm starting that sentence over. It is real, it is palpable, and soon it will manifest fully in the physical world with breathtaking beauty. We honor your light, and namaste. This oracle brings guidance that you have taken a leap in personal growth. If you're still testing it in the physical world, trying to translate your inner changes into outer experiences, take heed, it's only a matter of time before you see reflected back to you in your physical world what you have become within. And you will see it mirrored back to you in the eyes of those around you in sacred relationship too. And the poem reads, here's wishing you some sunshine the day after the rain. Here's a hug of understanding when life seems filled with pain. Here's knowing that emotion, like wind, blows many ways, and our course will seem more certain with the dawn of each new day. So keep up the good work and don't lose hope. Everything is fine and all is just as it should be. I'm going to give you one more Scooby-Doo. See what Scooby has to say. All right, give us a good one, Scooby. Your closing advice, because we know you're actually the wisest one of all. All right, Scooby. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. There we go. Play with your toys. Have some ice cream. Have fun. Make things light. Okay? This come up the opposite way as before. So here's someone cheering themselves on and being so proud of themselves. And again, here's someone not feeling so much like that. So just stay in your happy place and perhaps offer a hand to someone else to make you feel good. Because when you help out someone else, it always makes you feel good. Or a pedicure. This is him getting a manicure, and that's him getting a pedicure. So I love that. And then here's the guys watching a game. Okay? So whatever you love to do, you may do something fun, and then you might feel off again. So then go back and do something that feels good again. Get a manicure, a pedicure, or watch the game, or juggle dishes, or just cheer yourself on. You see? Voila! It's so easy. It is moi, I, Scooby, here to save the day. Okay, guys, I hope that was helpful for you guys. Make sure you drink your water, get your rest, get your joy, get your nature, guys. Be good to yourselves. Rise and be loved. I'll see you soon. Bye.